So it's the day after Hearts drew 1-1 with Inverness at Tynecastle, and I've had a bit of time to soak up my thoughts on the game, and in this video I'm just going to express them to you. So the one thing about the game that jumped out at me straight away is our inability to finish, and how we have just no urgency in the squad. Multiple times we would get the ball and we'd get to just past the halfway line and something would happen and we'd just pass it all the way back and start again. And this seems to happen quite a lot with Hearts recently. We've not got enough attacking strength. Looking at some stats from this time last season and now. Last season our strikers combined, so Dowda, Riley, Juanma and Sil, had scored 28 goals. This season, however, all our strikers who have played in the league and in other competitions, Salmon, Watt, Goncalves, Curry, Johnson and Muirhead have only scored a combined 13 goals. So less than half of what we had scored, our strikers had scored this time last season. Now this isn't good enough. Ever since So left Hearts, it's kind of something that we've struggled with. We haven't had an out and out striker. When So left, Juanma kind of dropped off. And it's something that we've struggled to find so far this season, and it's really punishing us when Jamie Walker and Cam Patterson aren't performing. Cam Patterson obviously out at the moment, and it's just struggling. And yet again, it showed yesterday when our only goal scorer was Zoom, who's only been back in the squad for about a week, just back from the African Cup of Nations, and it just shows how much we are getting punished from this inability to finish. They scored in the 24th minute. It took us 40 minutes to reply, with Zoom getting that goal in the 64th minute. We then got a penalty 10 minutes later, and you're kind of expecting Goncalves to step up. £200,000 striker, just signed, pretty clinical, but Jimmy Walker steps up and he misses the penalty, and that was really it for the game. Ended 1-1, and now St Johnstone are within 1 point of us, which isn't too good. We're obviously still a point clear, which I think you can take a positive from that. But again, you want to kind of be running away with it at this point, and we want to be pushing Rangers and Aberdeen, which is just something that we haven't been able to do that much this season. Another weakness from the squad I felt was Hamilton. He just doesn't look confident. His aerial ability, coming out for balls, and his decision making, it was very much punished, and I'm seeing it more and more. Hibs were doing it a lot last Sunday, just trying to single out Hamilton. A lot of crosses were coming into the box because it's just something that he doesn't seem to be able to cope with. He's a very good shot stopper, and there's no denying him that. He saved us multiple times this season from these one-on-ones, long shots. He can pull out an incredible save every now and again. Double saves. He made a double save against Hibs. But it's these single things. His kicking also is very poor. Don't know how many times this season he's kicked the ball and it's just went straight out of play. And it's weird because he's young, still young. He's still got a good 10 years of playing career. He's only 24 at the moment, I think. But there's just this weakness about him. Just his confidence, he just doesn't look good. He's started every game this season, and he, as I say, 24. It's not something that he should really be doing at this stage. Neil Alexander played more or less every game last season, and now he's just kind of been thrown into it. And I think it's now coming back to bite us a little bit. We've obviously got Victor Noring on the bench, and I feel that he maybe should come in at some point this season. I don't think he's actually played a game for Hearts yet since coming in, and I don't know, an international as well. I think he started a few games, and it's just something that needs to be addressed quickly, as well as the striker, who I think we need to sign a decent striker. Johnson looks weak. That's the one thing that I can say about Johnston. He's a tall guy, probably one of the tallest on the pitch. Yesterday, and I don't think I've seen him win a header in the last few games. And that's something that really shouldn't be happening. His inability to win headers, and he's just not a threat anymore, I don't think. 6 goals since coming in this season. It's not really that great. I think he really should be getting more, as I say, Juanma, So 10 and 11 respectively. And yeah, he's coming up for that mark but I don't really see him getting 5 goals by the end of the season. It's just not something that I think he will do, and it's sad because I think he does show potential at times, but especially yesterday, he just didn't show anything at all. So I think that is a massive negative, is our ability to finish and our strikers. Zoom gets goals, Walker gets goals, Nicholson can pop up now and again with the odd goal, and yet again though our strikers just can't finish. There's nothing coming from the strikers, and it's happened, as I said before, since So left. Since So left, Wanma started to drop in form and brought in a few new strikers over the course of the year, and again none of them have been able to pick up. Goncalves and Curry, obviously they're just coming new into the squad, and I'm impressed with Curry, and Goncalves has impressed me as well quite a bit since coming in, and I think that is something that we need to address. As well, a lot of people still blaming the pitch. There's only so long that you can address the pitch for our mistakes and our inability. The pitch, yeah, it's bad. There's no denying that the pitch is bad, but you should be able to adjust your play style. We've got a lot of tall guys. Again, you'd think, alright, let's adjust our play style to a more hoofball style. Don't like it, but it's looking like the only way that we can win. But Johnson can't win headers, and every time we're winning headers, it's either going out or it's just dropping to the feet of another player who's just been able to take it. And there will be no blaming the pitch come Wednesday when we play Hibs, as that will be at Easter Road, and we need to go out there and we need to win. We can't get put out in the same round 2 years in a row against Hibs. That just hands over bragging rights to them again, and I feel that it needs to happen. We need to pick up a win, and yeah, I'll do a match preview for that on either Monday or Tuesday, and that is a game that we need to go out and we need to win. If we do not win that, Ian Cathro will start to lose confidence in himself and he'll start to lose support. And to give Cathro till maybe next January before we really can make judgments. He lacks consistency, Cathro, and that's, I think, something that if he can address will look good. 4-1, 3-0, 0-0, 1-1. He seems to go up and down a lot, but when we hit form under Cathro, I think it's going to be great. So guys, that's all that I have to say for this, and sorry if the video's not of a good quality. This is my first time actually doing a match review, and hopefully I will be able to improve over the coming games. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on Wednesday. So guys, that's all that I have to say for this, and sorry if the video's not of a good quality. This is my first time actually doing a match review, and hopefully I will be able to improve over the coming games. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on Wednesday.